What's up, everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and we are back after,
It's been a minute.
it's been a minute.
Hi, I'm Stormy. I'm here. This is our podcast.
And I haven't even said what the name is. This is the TokuBrew podcast. This week in Toku, we know we've been behind on a lot of things. We are going to address that right here at the opening. But before, we are going to reference that this is going to be our Gavv First Thoughts Spectacular.
Wow.
Only
Fireworks.
Gavv. Gavv. It's saying Gavv, right? Like in the show.
I think so. I think it's Gavv.
Yeah. So that is going to be our main focus. But to get out of the way,
Hi, it's been a while.
Gachar took a lot out of us. Let's just open this up right at the front.
We've had to come to terms with a lot of feelings on this show, I feel.
We were really kind of burnt out, and then we kind of got super behind via the movie-thon and the computer whole
Spiel.
rigmarole. And so we are going to finish Gachar.
Yes.
We are going to finish talking about Gachar. But we are going to do that at our own pace when we feel like actually watching it. Because making us have to watch it made us want to watch it even less.
And I feel like that's
not a good way to
that's also not
show.
fair, I feel. It's also not fair to the show.
I want to finish it. I want to see where it ends. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to be looking forward to. I don't know if I'm going to be dreading. It's just, I just need to finish.
Like, we kind of, I guess to get...
If you've listened to this podcast, you get to actually see us in recording times.
In real time. Just
and how we degrade because we kept watching it in batches and we kept losing steam on that show.
So,
but sadly,
But again, we will get to it. We will come back to it.
But yes, sadly, Boom Boonjer is also a victim of this. But we are going to be doing
Ultraman Arc as well.
Well, Arc, yeah. Well, we'll get to Arc in a second. But for Boom Boonjer, we will be covering Lap 2, and it will be on this podcast. It will probably... I don't know when the episode will be, but we are watching through them right now.
Yeah.
But we are just going to do Lap 2 all on itself. And then, however far we're into Lap 3, maybe we'll start intermixing it with Gavv episodes. So, hey, we don't know exactly where, but we are going to still be talking about Gavv. We're still going to be talking about Boom Boonjer. And we are going to try to talk about Ultraman Arc.
Yes. And I guess this is a good time to bring up. We're thinking about changing up how we do the shows. We really wanted to make them a week by week thing, but it just kind of we like talking about things in arcs a little bit more. I feel like there's more substance to talk about, and
yeah, it's so that's exactly one of the reasons. But it's we're not sure where the format is fully gonna go, but expect more.
We're gonna try some new stuff. We're gonna try some new stuff, basically.
Yeah, some block chunk parts, but then maybe I don't know. It's it's so weird because then with Gavv we could probably try to do week to week. I don't know.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
We're gonna see how we're feeling. But we're definitely we want to talk about Boom Boonjer. I'm really enjoying Boom Boonjer.
Oh my gosh, Boom Boonjer has been fantastic so far.
And we're entering Lap 3, and we are still behind because we haven't even finished Lap 2.
Also, a lot of life stuff just
a lot of life stuff happened. So we just got busy in the movie-thon.
But anyway, we're here now.
So yeah. So expect some episodes about Arc, expect some episodes about Boom Boonjer, and expect the episode for the latter half of Gachar. But they will come in due time. But for now, we are going to be talking about Gavv, and we haven't really talked about him at all before.
Yeah.
These are going to be our first thoughts. These are our first impressions of both episode 1 and all the other media they've kind of released around it.
Yeah, because wasn't it this one was a lot more open with...
We knew about him in July. I pre-ordered the belt in July.
Yeah, they didn't really hide much when it came to this show.
We have the secondary rider. We have the picture of the secondary rider, how he transforms, and we have no idea when he debuts.
And didn't they put the toy out pretty early as well?
The vinyl came out. The vinyl is out for Valen or Varen. It is out. I have it in a... I haven't have it shipped to me, but I bought it. Mm-hmm. I own it. So, it's super weird on how things are working out this year. But, do we want to talk about the episode, then we'll go into the designs and stuff? Or what do you want to do first?
I feel like, as we talk about it, it'll probably end up just in conversation, honestly.
Yeah, because
it just feels... I feel like the style of this show is actually a really big fingerprint for it. Like, it really is taking, like, the style to be a part of it. You know? Like,
yeah, and
already.
like just there's just so much fun and color to this all, but I guess we can just talk about the one big theme. Candy.
Snacks.
Snacks. Did you know about the last boat tour I went on had snacks? But like it's super weird because we also do open up on like an alien world, which I guess is the planet where the granite are from. That's what our alien race is called. And yeah, Soma is an alien, our main guy.
Yeah.
Our main dude. He's an alien. Like, they don't hide that fact. It's not like he's an amnesia.
It's not a reveal. It's just he's an alien.
And the fun thing is, we haven't had a non-human protagonist since, I feel like, Kiva.
Yeah, because even we had like a conversation about this, talking about like, oh, what non-human writers do we have?
Doesn't count because he was already human. He was not human by the end of it.
Yeah,
but we were like started as not human.
Yeah, like we were trying to think of like, oh, who are the people that like truly were not human in the first place?
But he is not our first alien writer. Our first alien writer was the American version of RX, Masked Rider, with his lovable friend Furbus. I'm not going to acknowledge them anymore past that, so let's move on.
Okay, sure.
And yeah, so that's like the main theme, and we are on their planet. I'm not sure, but it looks like they have like
Escher stairs.
Yeah, they have Escher stairs and
Monster Inc. doors.
Monster Inc. technology. They're like being like, I'm Monsters Incorporated, and then he's falling out of a plane. Like, that's literally what happened.
The door was midair.
It was. So maybe you're right. It's just floating there means it's floating.
And we're already getting some story of like when he's falling to the ground. He's like, oh, so this is where my mom came from, isn't it? And
yeah.
So it's like, okay, so he's at least like half human, half alien.
Maybe I'm about to say, unless his mom was like evading their people and like lived on her.
I feel like I could talk about at least stuff that happens later in this episode because we're just talking about this first impressions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we do kind of see that she got turned into like
candy,
those like weird,
I have
cutout things.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to call those fucking things.
Yeah, like she's like whatever, like these stomach strings, I guess we can call it.
I don't even know. But I mean, would that happen? So
like we know his mom's not at least around.
No, because I feel like that means that she's human because they talk about a lot about
wanting to need humans and all of that.
Yeah, like eating humans is like a thing apparently.
Yeah, so it's super funny because, like we said, I like how he's just like runs out and it's like, oh no, not the Usher stairs.
Usher stairs?
Yeah, and it's like, what, was he being chased? Yeah, he was being chased, right? Like I don't know. It's just so.
Are they MC Usher stairs?
Oh my god! But yeah, no, and it's weird because we don't see him land at the beach or land in the ocean. But he
washes up ashore.
Yeah, he washes up ashore, and a kid's like, "Hey, are you dead?" And like he's just like, "Feed me
food, I hunger."
And that's pretty much what
he's
this
like
whole
following
episode
him home.
is.
The kids are just like stop being creepy. He almost gets hit by a car.
Yeah, he just launches the car.
Launches the people out of the van that crashed into him. He's like, "Dang, I thought they were stronger," but
yeah.
Funny enough, we also get introduced to our secondary rider.
Oh, yeah,
right?
So it's like we immediately see him save the crash people, and then we cut to... I don't know what his name is. Was it...
Detective.
Well, no, he's a freelance writer. He's a
writer. Peter Parker?
Yeah, maybe. Chocolate Man.
Chocolate Man.
Chocolate
Peter.
Chocolicious over here. No?
Also noted.
And he's like, and he's really bad at his job because he's supposed to be like trying to get. I think he's like a news reporter. I guess that's what freelance writers do. They mostly do news reports.
I guess so.
And he's just like, "Hey, I hear your husband's missing. Oh my god, did you find him?" No.
Something else.
But have you seen
this guy?
Have you seen this monster? And it's literally one of the worst kid drawings I have ever seen.
I really wonder if that's going to be his drawing or if it was like...
Yeah, is this a kid?
Kid's like, I saw this monster.
It looked like this. And we immediately then see, like, his boss? Client? Which
I think it's what he hired him to do his story or something, right?
Well, I think it's his, like, editor-in-chief or something. He calls him, Sensei, or Shisho? I can't remember. He calls him one or the other. Which I'm realizing, we think he's one of the monsters, but we thought he was the same guy that we saw in this episode. It's not. These
it's
are
very much a different guy.
They just both wear glasses.
But he's totally like a monster with a
like
mouth
he pulled
on his gut, right?
Yeah, like
For
he
sure.
pulled up his pants suspiciously.
That was a suspicious belt.
And he was like licking his lips when he saw like the lady walking away because he's like, oh yeah, I think she murdered him. Like, I think she murdered her husband.
Oh, definitely. Either that or it's a red herring, but...
Yeah, exactly. He's either a red herring or not. And then we immediately see... Again, I thought it was the same guy. I guess I was wrong.
I was slowly noticing that.
We see, like, I guess we... I'm tripping on my words. We immediately just kind of see these grunt guys trading for a piece of candy.
Dark candy.
Like, and he called it a harvest, so I guess, like, are they employees?
Well,
people who supply the drugs?
I mean, he's harvesting people.
Yeah.
And then...
And these weird glass things.
By the way, like, we have some interesting theories about this candy.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting theories going around these candies. Do we want to talk about the dark candy now? Or do we want to wait until the end when we see, like, the monster?
I guess, like, let's, like, talk about it a little bit later, because I know it does come back.
Well, yeah, because we're about to see...
Because, like, I feel like it would be more interesting to talk about the process of this, so it can build up to us talking about the candy and, like, how we came to think those things, I'd say.
Well, yeah, because we immediately then learn the process. Like, we go back to Shoma, and we get to see his process of making his... Well, he calls them minions, but they're called gochisos. Or gochizos. I can't tell
Candies.
How to pronounce them. Little dudes.
Little guys. Little fellas.
Because, like, the kid's just like, hey, I don't have any, like, real food in this, like, shack I'm here. And he's just like, oh my god, is that a gummy?
Oh, the flavors are melting on my tongue.
And, like, he eats it, and then immediately he poops out the first popping gummy.
It pops out of the belt, yeah, but it really does kind of look like
out.
he just doesn't hear.
And I love that the kid was like, wait, why are you surprised? What's going on?
Why don't you know what's going on? Like,
and then immediately just being like, he's like, are you an alien? And just being like, what?
How'd you know? It's obvious, dude.
Yeah, it's like, nobody has that, man. And, like, can we talk about how the quote-unquote belt isn't a belt in this one? It's literally
him. It's
his stomach.
Mouth. It's like stomach has a mouth, basically.
Yeah, so this is just his race's thing. Here's the thing, though. The rest of his race doesn't have a crank on theirs, though.
Yeah, but apparently the fact that his is, like, red is really weird.
Yeah, like, they mention it later.
We'll probably get more into it once it pops
up. So, and we just learned throughout eating all these various snacks, you get all sorts of different gochisos. Mm-hmm. And I kind of love how this belt looks.
It's a little nightmare-y, but in an intriguing
I love how
way
doofy it looks.
I love how kind of nightmarish it is.
Like, you have the gold yellow teeth, which might be symbolizing something. I don't know. Maybe because it's eating too many sweets. I don't know. The tongue. I love the tongue.
Yeah,
I love that they're on the tongue.
Didn't this thing used to have, like, painted eyes as, like, a prototype or something?
There was a weird orange one out there. And we immediately then see the monster eat the dark candy.
And by the way, this is an actual thing that the actor took a bite out of.
So,
like, it was actually, like,
what do you guys think it tastes like?
Guys, I really hope that they either sell, like, an actual gummy of this somewhere, or, like...
Coming soon to the Kamen Rider Cafe.
I mean, it would be really cool if they sold actual snacks of these, right?
Yeah.
Like, we'd have to try them, right?
Yeah. And...
a big old tongue, he takes a bite out of it, but then, like, the belt, like, has a nasty tongue, and then it eats it itself. Like, it eats it as
exactly.
Well. And we get to see that nasty thing later. And
here's the other question, because then we immediately then go into his monster form, but then we see later he pulls out, like, a weird USB skin tag thing. So, like, is the monster form... Is that what was making him human? Was that his human form? Like, how he kept it? And, like, or is his monster form his true form? Like, I'm not sure.
Again, it's episode 1, so we'll probably end up seeing more. By the way, I also noticed at one point first of all, just how many mouths are on these monster designs. They are fantastic. I love them. But there's also a shot where I realize that the horns on this one are tongues coming out of mouths. And that just makes it so much more nightmarish.
Also, like, this grown man goes after this child, and it was creepy.
Yeah, they intentionally made it creepy.
And immediately, Shoma just shows up.
Oh, and also, we did see in a flashback with his mom that she's like, oh, never eat our snacks. Never eat our snacks. So we wonder if she's talking about the dark candy, or maybe she's talking about something different.
And we also, like, the little kid had to get back to his mom. That's a thing. And he's like, I'm gonna bring you back food. And Sloma's like, you forgot your shells.
Yeah, you collected shells for your mom.
And
your
like
mom.
And then the monster's immediately just like, are you not scared of me? And he's just like, JK lol, I'm an alien too. And he gets
He calls
whooped.
him a runt as well.
Yeah, exactly. And even he has to question himself why he's so weak.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super interesting because obviously he's strong enough to bend a car, but it's interesting. It's always weird when you see stuff like that and then you see them get wasted like this. You're just like, I guess it doesn't take that much for them to get the car.
What is the power scaling here?
No, but then I love that we immediately get his little minions. They come in to save the day.
And then they're just like, eat gummy.
They're like,
the gummy.
It's literally. They're literally just
cute.
eat me.
And these guys are super cute, by the way.
Yeah,
They've officially stolen my heart.
He immediately tries to eat one, like, with his regular mouth.
And they start crying.
Yeah, he's just like, no! With your other mouth, you idiot! And then we get a pretty sweet fight. We will talk about the suit design in a little bit.
Well, he's, like, cool underneath. He glue pink.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's just talk about it. Fuck it. Whatever. We're doing it live. We're just doing it.
Okay.
Let's just talk about it. Because where else are we going to talk about it? Because this fight has so much to do with the design. It's super kind of cool.
Can we start at least with, like, the jacket with the zipper that reveals the belt?
Yeah, and again, he doesn't have belt straps.
Why the hell hasn't that happened before? Like, I never thought about, like, a rider having something, like, that would zip off to, like, reveal the belt, but, like, why hasn't anyone thought of that before?
Exactly.
Yeah, and, like, the glowing straps, which sound like such a cool thing. But apparently, they did do that once in a memorial set, was it?
The Fies one had light-up belt straps.
And it made it insanely expensive.
But, then it's like, this isn't for, like, the suit itself. The suit has regular belt straps.
Yeah, I know, but, like, it would be cool. Also, we get a glimpse of, like, some of the other little candies that we haven't actually seen anywhere else. Like, I hadn't seen, like, any of, like, the cookie ones.
Yeah, like, there's cookies. There's, like, another kind of cookies in the chip bags. We got the kicking gummies, which we saw. But, like, yeah, we haven't seen the either cookie one.
Cookie. Cookie.
One's, like, chocolate chip, and the other one's just regular chocolate chip. There is a difference. Gotcha. There will be a quiz. But we do also find out, and we see
it looks like he's even like being made of candy when he's.
Well, yeah, because remember they're just all bursting out of him.
Yeah.
And the other thing I think is really interesting is he can only use these gochisos once. Like you just see him start like eating them later, but like
I guess this is kind of where we can kind of get into like the design of just.
He actually functions like a gummy.
Yeah, like, you see, like, them punch the armor, and the armor is actually like, squishy.
Dented.
And another thing that I'm surprised that no one has really thought of doing is, like you can take sections of the armor off.
You can damage it.
For damage, and I'm just like, okay, again, why has no one thought of this? You know, like...
Exactly.
Obviously, I think it's a thing for, like, toys somewhere. But...
It has one of the really cool practical effect shots, which you notice how the effect was done, which is super cool. Where it's how they did these, like, Orbeez. They pretty much took Orbeez and, like, used it for, like, when he's slashing him so it looks like the chest is bursting off, which is amazing.
It looks so good because it's like, yeah, like, the CGI looks fine, but it's still
you can
cheap
still
Rider
tell it.
CGI, you know?
But, like, the fact that they actually took the time to use actual,
which
like,
makes sense because
Orbeez
CGI is expensive and Orbeez are cheap, so it makes sense in my brain. So it's like, why not just use this thing that's probably going to be very useful for them?
And we immediately see the gummy, like, little gummy minions being, like, eating what's exploding off him, and he just picks it up and he just restores all his armor. Like, that's just kind of, you see him do it a couple more times throughout, like, this whole sequence, which is really cool. Like, we haven't really seen anything kind of like that before.
We even, like, in a shot, like, see like, his little... By the way, I really love how cute he is. Like, his little, like... ear things, the
Yeah,
little rabbit ears, they like wobbled in a shot, like just to show that it was woobly, and I'm just
yeah, it's good.
thank you, thank you for that little wooble. I appreciate it.
And then we immediately have like the kid's mom run in and call him a monster, and he's just like, the monster starts rubbing it into Shoma's face and just is like, haha, people hate you as much as they'll hate me because I'm villainous and you're a monster. And he's like, I kept thinking when he said, that's right, she's right, I am a monster to my enemies, and then just kill him.
Oh my gosh. Also, can we use this screenshot as a good, if you haven't seen the tongue horns yet, get a nice good look. And also, I thought it was interesting that it looked like his mouth was like sealed shut. Mm-hmm. And that's actually something we see glimpses of it in the outro of some of like the other villains that'll be coming in, and a lot of them have covered mouths, like the ones that are actually like on their head, but the ones that are on their stomachs are revealed. Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking, oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder if that'll be a thing. So I thought I would mention it.
And this is something I kind of do like, and a lot of people agree with, and I've seen a lot of the consensus feel the same way of, some of this feels like a really vintage, if not vintage, well, when I say a decade ago, I guess that really does say vintage.
Don't make me feel old.
But like, this
Not
feels
yet.
like certain early Heisei writers, like the push of him being like, why am I so weak, and wanting to do something. And then,
like, I was finally able to save someone, you know,
exactly,
that sort of mentality.
and like, you see him do that, and then immediately see him kind of realize, he's like, yeah, but I'm still not normal, you know, and having to come to terms with that.
It feels almost O's. Mm-hmm. O's-ish.
It's like if Ankh was O's instead of Edgy.
That's fair. Or if Edgy was Ankh.
Yeah. And we immediately after that see him spit out the sword, and we get some pretty cool choreography with them using the shipping crates that are just been in the background the whole time for several instances of the fight. They're fighting in between them.
They're
There's
like
a
holding,
sweet shot,
like they're holding themselves
cut into it.
Yeah, they're like holding themselves up, like at the on the walls and everything. There's a part where like he threw one at him and he slashed it in two, and he slow-mo jumped through the shipping container.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And then let's not forget the sword where he accidentally did not push.
Yeah, it kept saying, push me.
Me.
And then, like, he launched it too early, so it's like, instead of doing the, like, a final attack for, like, launching the gummy and the motorcycle, it just fell over and did nothing and cried.
Fucking relatable, am I right?
Yeah. And then immediately, it turns into a dog thing and starts running away, and then he just pulls it out another candy and is just like,
he turned into that one Pokemon. The monster turned into Houndoom.
It totally looks like Houndoom.
He turned into Houndoom, and he has this like crazy four-wheeler. It's very like Revice looking to me with like the blues and the pinks, and it has like gallon guns on the wheels.
It's
they're
pretty
like
cool.
Going through like the city streets, and this is this where we also see like the little angel guy? Because,
yeah, at the end, after he's done, and this is one of the, I think the first, maybe it's even the second time you've seen it.
This is the first time, the second time is a little bit after this.
Oh, yeah. You see the little Gochiso, like, just ascend to the
angels. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh god, are they, like, actually dying?
Yeah, they're dying. They're one-time use.
Dang.
They've lived their life. And we have, Rider Guy being bad at his job again. He's just like, what the fuck was that?
Oh, yeah, Chocolate Man.
Chocolate Man.
Should we call him Willy Wonka?
No.
No.
And we enter the final part where he corners the monster and says, stop making evil, stop doing drugs.
Oh my god. Yeah, just like, stop eating dark candy or I'm beating you into the ground.
Yeah, or I'll kill you.
And he's just like, no.
No.
Nerd.
And then Ryder kicks him with a candy corn foot.
Hell yeah. It's like a gummy foot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's candy corn in my heart.
And that's kind of the episode.
Cool shots.
Like, he says goodbye to the kid.
Wait, no, and then there's the other
angel shot. Yeah, when he finishes the Rider kick, it dies. And he leaves a note for the kid just being like, hey, thanks for what you did. I took your snacks. See you later.
No, he's just like, I definitely won't tell anyone about my secret identity and being an alien. Yours truly. And then his like full name.
He's like, you idiot.
So you left evidence. He's crying and ripping it up. By the way, music bumping.
I like the music.
I know we haven't like seen the actual like theme yet, I'm really excited for that because it sounds so fun. It's very like dubsteppy and bouncy.
Yeah.
It just sounds really fun. But there's also been like some really cool, like intense, almost.
Yeah.
I think didn't we hear some orchestral music at some point?
I think at some point.
Like it just this sounds like this might be a really good soundtrack, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah. And well, here's the other thing. We immediately then see 1 week later he's dead on the ground again, and some lady finds him.
Yeah, the pretty Instagram looking lady.
Who maybe her. We might be getting like a Mork and Mindy thing. Maybe this is like she's gonna take him in as a roommate,
friend, potential love interest.
He's eating a towel next episode, so
yeah, he is.
That's pretty peak. Yeah, he does make another motorcycle from a different candy. So,
and
like, does this
really
candy,
cool
like, which we have to question, is this candy gonna stop existing when it runs out of gas? Just at some point?
Maybe it doesn't run out of gas because it runs off of sugar and happiness.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's pretty much the episode. We do see one of the Stomach family, as we know their names to be, because they're the fucking mob bosses. And that's the episode. That's really all we have to say. We're gonna have Pringles next episode.
Great first impressions for me.
Like, honestly, yeah, the choreography was awesome. I like
cinematography as well.
Yeah, it's like I just think the characters were nice, fun. It's like it already kind of has an it's a simple story, but already somewhat more engaging to me because it's like an alien in a new land and everything.
I just also really enjoy just like the visuals of this. Like it just has such a distinct style about itself. I really love the colors that they use for it. Like I noticed that like a lot of the colors in the background and just in like different locations are very muted. And then it's like, oh, the characters that are important that you need to pay attention to are brightly colored. And when you go into like their spaces, like the kids' hideout, or like what I'm assuming is this lady's house or just apartment or whatever this is also very colorful because it's her space, you know?
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'm noticing a lot of just really cool, fun things that they're doing with like visually. Yeah. I really hope that they keep doing practical effects because God, I miss them.
Yeah. Well, that Orbeez thing is just so cool.
Please, like it's so easy. It's so easy. Please, it's Orbeez. I'll send you some more Orbeez.
And immediately. Let's just talk about some of the stuff going around it. They are selling actual gummies, so if you want to eat actual poppin' gummies, you can actually get it, and we're getting in a campaign version of a Gochiso that is the official Rider Gummy Gochiso. He's the Rider Gummy Gochiso. He looks like the packaging.
He's the Rider Gummy.
I'll never have it because it's a campaign item.
Aww.
And it's going to be $1 million. So yeah, we also can get into Valen or Varen.
Chocolate Man.
Well, okay, wait. Here's the only reason I'm going to say Valen or Varen. We haven't gotten any confirmation actually how it's said in the show. So sometimes we do get stuff that's supposed to be with an R that is pronounced with an L and vice versa. So I don't know what to call him. We are calling him Chocolate Man for now.
Willy Wonka.
And he is a white and milk chocolate combo looking guy.
By the way, underwear. By the way, I thought that he was going to be like an edgy boy for some reason, and I was just like, oh, missed opportunity not making him dark chocolate.
Yeah, well, he's not an edgy boy. He's bad at his job.
Yeah, I'm bad at everything. Please help me.
Also, that's a very interesting thought of that the secondary writer is going to, unless he turns out to be a Granite, which he looks like he is just a human, just a freelance writer. He doesn't seem like he's an alien. So, like, he's gonna really kind of depend on Shoma to give him, like... So, like, can they ever fight?
I don't know. He seems like he's... it seems like they would get along, honestly.
Yeah, it's like, maybe they'll get along, but, like, I'm now realizing, can they ever fight each other? Because it's like, what's he gonna do? Shoma can cut him off and just be like, well, I guess you don't have any powers anymore.
He just knows. See, what he does is he waits in the... He leaves... He leaves a snack underneath a box being held up by a stick, and when he eventually gets underneath the box, he pulls the rope that's attached to the stick, and the box will drop on top of him. He'll be trapped, so he can tackle him and then continuously just shove more and more chocolate into his mouth, and then he just shoots out a bunch of these little chocolate guys, and then he gathers them, puts them in a sack, and runs away. It's foolproof.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. I bet you. I bet you that's what's gonna happen. Also, apparently he's gonna be getting a donut form.
Can you imagine? I don't remember what Gavv's name is, but can you imagine him just like being like crying on the ground, like what's happening?
Well, no, it's better than when we realized
I ate so
in
much
the
chocolate.
Yeah, with the screenshots. Oh yeah, wait, I did get a screenshot of like it's like him like with like the again. Is that his roommate or?
Do you think the stomach's gonna have personality at all, or do you think it's just an extension of him?
I think it's just his stomach.
It has a face. I mean,
yeah, and it did go like when he started spitting them out. But like we do see, he like starts dropping the gochisos into buckets. So
which looks really silly. It's
yeah.
Just, this show is not taking itself too seriously whatsoever, and I appreciate it. I needed a good old silly laugh, and I love it. He's a goblin child, and I love him.
And I'm just kind of interested to see how this is gonna go. And again, this is only episode 1, so we don't have any of the characters' names down yet.
Yeah, I'm having fun so far.
Yeah,
though.
I'm interested on when we're gonna get our chocolate man. I do like the suit. I think it looks good. I even like Gavv's chocolate suit because he's like a chocolate cowboy. Which
I also just love the color combos of like purple, blue, pink.
Okay.
You know, splashes of green and yellow. I always love like these color combos. So
yeah. We also are getting a marshmallow form.
God, I love that marshmallow form. It looks so cute.
Mr. Stay Puff?
Yes, it's just something about it. I think I saw
the
some
lollipop mecha looks awesome.
Oh my gosh. Wasn't there like a fan art where like the marshmallow armor got like toasted and melted a little bit?
I think,
Shout out to that person. I don't remember your name. Oh, the chip one is just super clever. The eyes
the
are
Pringles.
ruffles. Like the eyes are ruffles. The fucking sword's an exploded chip bag. Are you kidding me?
I'm excited to see that.
Just so much. It's dripping with charm, and I just absolutely. I'm having so much fun, guys. I haven't felt something watching Rider in so long.
It's been a minute.
The chard hurt me.
But now let me get into my little bit of madness. You know what? Before we get to the Legend Rider gummies, we need to talk about the dark candy. Because like we said, when Shoma eats regular candy, we get the gochisos. We get the cute little candy guys. We got gummies. We got cookies. We're going to get chocolate. We're going to get chips. We know this is what's going to happen. But we see that they're gathering people, which at first we thought they were eating them. But then like we noticed that, I think the other people theorize as well, that they're more harvesting the happiness out of the people. Because the monster, when he's going after the kids specifically, says, "Oh, you seem really happy.
That makes you taste better." Or whatever.
Or something like that. So it's like we are not.
I went a little bit more Black Sun / Amazons with the thought, because I was just like, they're gathering the people, they're eating the people, and they're producing the dark candy, which is basically crack.
Yeah, it's like, what kind of drug is this?
Or I thought maybe there was also a thing of just like the fact that the gummies didn't want to be eaten. Yeah. But like, oh, he was eating it and then like letting his stomach eat. Like, oh, is there a thing with that? Or is it like, oh, like you turn the humans into that, and this is almost kind of like eating humans? Like, I think Soylent Green's people, guys. Like,
well, and then it's actually one of those questions is so.
And then they're just like, it's their happiness. And I'm like, oh, well, that's much more fitting and on brand and not what I thought. How dare you?
Well, and meanwhile, if that's true, maybe it will turn out it is going to be.
If it is more fucked up like that, honestly, awesome. I love it when
it could go either way.
That's one of the things I have been loving about this. Everything is just so soft and cute and bright color.
And then the monsters are horrifying.
And then the monsters are absolutely monstrously grotesque, and I fucking love it. I absolutely love it. Like I like, it's like the one gif of like JonTron spitting up candy corn, just like it's just,
exactly.
It's just like, it's disgusting, but it's also hilarious and also adorable and candy.
And that is one of those questions: is the Stomach family giving this candy out? Who's giving this candy out? I'm assuming it's the Stomach family.
I guess
and
so.
Also, like,
isn't there like a long lost brother?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if Shoma isn't the long lost brother or like the youngest sibling like, of the Stomach family, I will be shocked.
I think he's an affair child.
Oh, like the dad like fell in love with a human
that he was supposed to eat or something like that, or she wasn't happy enough, so she always wanted to be a mother, so I don't know. He's just like, here's a baby, and she got happy, so he ate her. I don't know.
We're gonna have to see, because he was old. He was at least 6, maybe.
I thought you were talking about the guy for a second.
No, I was talking about Shoma.
At age 6, I was born without a face.
And
also, I don't know if we haven't gotten an opportunity to talk about it. There is a very funny screenshot of him getting socked in the stomach and making a funny face.
yes. The other question then is, so is the human form, like we talked about earlier, is that their real form? Or is Shoma's real form whatever's underneath the Gavv gummy armor?
Yeah, because we
see?
turn all spooky and gooey and like...
Exactly. So it's like, is that his true form, whatever this black stuff is? Is that like what he's actually looking like and like not human? Like that's something I really am curious on as this show goes on. And that is something it just has my attention. That's all I can say about this show. It has my attention and it has it well.
I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Exactly.
I'm charmed. I'm hooked. I'm good.
I'm looking forward to the toys. I have the toys on their way to me right now.
Expect videos about toys.
Exactly.
But you never saw that coming on from this channel.
Exactly. I'm just super excited. I'm even excited about, like, do you have anything else to really say about the dark candies?
Not really. I'm just still convinced Soylent Green is people, so...
Yeah, it probably is.
Dark candy is people.
And it actually has me...
If it's happiness, that's fine, though.
Yeah. It's like, we get it.
But, I get it. It's kids. It's for kids.
But my God, they actually got me into the Legend Rider.
Yeah, you actually made a really fun... you had, noticed something about that before they had...
Well, yeah, because they put out an image of all the riders from Kuga to not Agito.
I was saying it just like you did this before they put out that full image though.
Exactly.
Like, and you'd said it and you're just like, hey, confirm, check out what I found.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I just thought it was really cute that you were able to do that.
I was able to deduce because they gave us from Kuga to all the way to Gachard for Gochisos. And I realized that Kuga through Decade were all like the lollipop, like candy looking Gochisos, and double through Geo was the bag Gochisos, which is kind of funny. I don't know why they did that, because then you go to the other
01 to Gachard.
Reiwa, where they have variations of it, because it's like it looks like 01 uses the chocolate mold, Gachard uses the gummy mold, like Revice and Saber use the gummy mold, but then we have Geats that also uses the chocolate mold. So I don't know. Maybe it's because they have the same writer. Maybe
it was because those are the ones that are recent and they cared about.
Well, yeah.
And the other ones were just like, make these ones this one.
Well, exactly. We're going to get... I would say we're also getting, like, Geats Gochisos, which I guess that shows you how well Geats is doing. If we're getting Buffa Gochisos and Punk Jack ones.
Yeah, if I don't get my hands on that Punk Jack one, I'm going to riot in the streets.
But yeah, no, these are really fun, and I love that in the belt, it's the little candy guys doing the jingles. It's amazing.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's so cute.
Like they say the phrases and like they make the music. It is so cute.
It's so cute. I love it. I love these little guys, and I like how they're giving them almost
it's so cute and it's so vile. I absolutely adore it.
And I like that they want you to almost play with the gimmick as little toys in themselves, because they're giving you like a little motorcycle
and gave you a clever way of telling you to not put it in your mouth.
Oh yeah, because when he couldn't go put it in his mouth, it was totally just one of the reasons. Yeah, it's like, don't make them cry. And like they're doing blind bags, quote unquote, which like, it tells you which Gochisos you get, but it's just a variation on the face.
And honestly, very clever. I feel like that's a great way of interpreting like just kind of like what is popular right now, blind bags and stuff. That's a great way of doing that without making it like absolutely enraging, you know? I feel like I appreciate the nodding of that and actually going towards something like that. I don't know. It's just a very clever way of interpreting it.
Well, that and the fact that they're giving you multiple ways to get stuff that's sold with other toys. Like there's a spicy chip that comes with the swords for Zaku Zaku chips, but you can also buy it with the blind bags just if you want that and not the sword, which is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, so it's like you don't have to buy...
Like, if you just want to buy the belt...
just because you want the little gimmick. Because it's like, I really wanted the spicy chips because I love me some spicy chips. But I was like, I'm not going to make you buy a whole, like...
sword bag.
Giant, like a weapon. Well, not like a weapon, but like, I'm not going to make you buy a whole, like, gimmick of a thing that you don't even know if you're going to enjoy because I want a tiny little spicy chip man, you know?
I've done it for less.
That is fair, but like we didn't know if we would enjoy the show or not.
Well, yeah, no, it's like I'm on board. I got some pre-orders in. We're going to be covering them on the channel. So look forward to when we actually get to talk about the toys themselves, but I'm very excited. And if you want to see me actually talk about the toys, I do have a short for the punching gummy. You can go check that out, and you can see me talk about that for a minute. And we'll probably see that return when the actual belt is in my possession.
Woo!
So, who knows what surprises that's going to bring. And, well, I don't know, you have any final thoughts? What's your favorite suit? What's your favorite suit so far? And what's your guys' favorite suit? So, give me your favorite suit, Stormy.
I don't know. All the suits that I saw were good. I really like.
Do you have a favorite?
I mean, like he's a squishy gummy man that spews Orbeez. That's pretty freaking cool.
I thought you were gonna say the marshmallow one.
The mouth monster, is awesome. I know I'm probably gonna see a whole lot more, but he's the only one I've seen, and he's awesome. I love the marshmallow one. I haven't seen it in the show, but like it looks just so fluffy and squishy and cute.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I love how purple he is.
Yeah, it's really nice, and he's just
I'm realizing it's our favorite
really
color plus
character.
yellow in there.
Yeah.
I don't know where the yellow came from.
I told you, it's just like I always love these color combinations, so
and
I probably talked about it in Revice at least a little bit.
But yeah, no, I'm honestly my favorite form is his cowboy chocolate form.
I know that. I think I still probably like
Chocodan.
So far, I think I am liking probably Gummy and the Marshmallow the most so far.
I like all the forms. I dig them all.
I do too, but I definitely want to see them like in the show.
Because Zaku Chips also looks super cool.
Yeah.
Then I love Pringles.
Yeah, and I love chips too.
So, yeah. Until whatever we talk about next.
Yeah, I guess we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you so much for listening. And until next week.
Bye-bye.